Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. We are in a brand new month. We're in June. We are kicking off smoking hot for the month of June. Let me just say, on Tuesdays, every month of June with Jennifer Yon Agency, we are talking to entertainers. We're talking to the ones that keep us happy, keep us singing, keep us bopping, keep us jamming, keep our moods lifted up. I felt that we should definitely jump on to Tuesdays with Talent Tuesdays. So I hope you all subscribe right now to my YouTube channel, IBA Success, Jennifer Yon. Stay tuned because I have a great lineup for the whole month of June, which is exciting. So I have to first introduce my guest. I am so happy to introduce Durell Peart. He is here with me. We have had several meetups. We've met on several different events. I love what you do. You've come out and supported my events. So, I felt I had to. If I'm going to talk about entertainment, I had to kick off the month of June and talk with you, Durell. How you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me on Talent Tuesdays. Good.
I'm doing well, and it's pronounced Peart. A lot of people pronounce it wrong, but it's fine. I just Durell Peart.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll take note. If y'all call Durell, it's Durell Peart. Get it right, okay?
Yeah. But thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you tell our audience who you are and what exactly you do, and then we're going to introduce this beautiful lady next to you once we get a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, my name is Durell Peart. I'm the founder, CEO of Double N Management and Marketing Group. The Double N stands for, as you all can see my logo right here on my shirt. Yeah, it says for encourage and inspire because I wanted to create a company that personified who I was without it being my name, right? Because to me, that was like too easy. So if anybody who knows me, they always know I like to encourage and inspire people every single day. So Double N Management, and that does two things. That not only does it personify who I am, but it also is a conversation starter. What does Double N Management stand for? And so now that gives me an opportunity to create a relationship with somebody. Essentially, I help artists build their businesses. I help artists navigate this crazy thing we call the music industry. Okay. I'm an artist manager, speaker, and a music business consultant. And I say a consultant because I don't like to box myself in. I love managing talent, but I'm going to be honest. Managing talent is a thankless job. And I'm just being real. I keep it 100. Anybody who knows me knows I'm 100 bit. Right, Chaddy? I'm 100. I tell the truth. So the problem with artists is that no matter what you do for them, it's never good enough.
Oh, wow.
So what I learned a while ago was let me build a brand outside of artists. That's why when you go to my website, DurellPeart.com, ain't no other artists on there. It's my brand. You know what I mean? So because I want to make sure that if and when artists decide to quit, because it happens, that I can still go and do what I need to do. So, but I love to help creatives. I love to help them navigate this industry because it's a really tough business.
Okay. So how long have you been in business?
Well, I've had Double N Management since 2015, but I've been in the entertainment industry through my other company. I used to run a record label called Brothers for Life Music Group. That was in 2005. So I've really been in the game, been in the industry since 2004. Okay. So we 16 years in.
16 years in. So basically a person would come to you if they tell us what that person looks like that's going to come to you.
Well, a lot of creatives that come to me really come to me for the education, the consulting, how to build their audience, how to, navigate different scenarios in the industry. So the services that I offer artists, so let's go through them one by one. So I do, I do a little bit what they call music promotion. So what I do is I take your music and I promote it through radio, through media, and then through live performance opportunities. Because not only do I know the U.S. music industry, but I've been to 6 different countries. So I know how to navigate you through the international music scene as well, too, because it is different. when you start working globally, the rules change a little bit. Mm-hmm. So you got to know how to navigate through that. I care about an artist becoming global. Like with Chaddy, we're taking Chaddy for the first time. We're supposed to actually be there right now in France but the COVID kind of messed all that up. But I'm taking her hopefully in October for her first international performance overseas in Europe. So yes, I do that as well as I do consultant work. So I do a lot of hourly consultant work where people hire me to coach them, and they pay me a fee for that. And I usually do hourly fees, or you could have me on a retainer, Also, I do artist management at my discretion. Now, let me distinguish the difference between me having a client and me having an artist. All right, Chaddy Boom is my artist. It's a different relationship. She's not a client. Okay. We go to the grind together. It's different. Okay. Client means I do service work for you, but I don't handle your day-to-day. I'm not involved in your overall career. But when you're my artist, that means that we go through the trenches together. Okay. I know what's going on. We speak. I'm always representing you on your behalf. But if I'm doing service work for you, sometimes I don't really know what your day-to-day is. Now, that being said, when you work with me, I'm going to give you way more than what you paid me for because that's just my heart. But I want to make sure I differentiate the difference between being a client and being my artist.
So you're a client. I understand that completely. If you're watching, it's Talent Tuesday. We're talking with Durell. Durell is everything to help you get your music out and popping, and really to get plugged in internationally, globally, is what he does. I'm going to put his website at the bottom of the screen shortly, but we are here on Talent Tuesdays, and we're kicking it off with him with Jennifer Yon Agency because I want to plant the seeds. I want to let you know, if you're watching, if you are wanting to be in that music career and you're needing that consultant, and you're needing someone to be a partner with you, that whether it's a client relationship or agent relationship, Durell is the guy. I have watched you bring amazing artists to events. So this is a great opportunity to talk with you and one of your artists, Miss Chaddy Boom Boom Boom.
That's usually how people remember Chaddy Boom Boom.
Boom Boom, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having us on here. This is awesome.
Yes. So tell me a little bit, Chaddy, what got you in the music industry? How has this been with you working with Durell?
Music industry, I've always grown up on music. I have musical sides in my family. Both sides are musical. So it's always been there. I've been writing since 6 years old. But after I graduated from college, I said, okay, I'm going to go full force. And so I've just been doing my stuff. I did like pop rock stuff. And I saw Durell at an event like 2 years ago, but I didn't get to meet him. And then I saw him last year at an event at a thing I was doing at Full Sail, and he was there. He was just in the room, just offering advice.
I wanted to be there that day, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So then I heard him talking about Korea because I had been wanting to go international, but like a Google search can't do that, So I'm like Google searching how to get international. Nothing ever worked out. So when he said he had a direct connect to music distribution in South Korea, I was like, bing. So I got his information and I hit him up. I was like, you know what? I need to hit him up. A couple weeks later, we sat down and he laid everything out, and he has never gone back on his word because I didn't deal with a whole bunch of people. My dad's been in the industry. He done taught me about people. A lot of people are full of it. There's a lot of non-realness in the industry. So he was the real deal. He went and booked me. It actually, one of the shows, he just booked me fierce. He just did that out the pureness of his heart. I booked you for these couple shows and that. So it's been great. So that's why not too long ago I was like, okay, what about manager? Because he started taking on that role kind of, and like, let's make it official,
Okay.
So, yeah.
I know for me, I focus on, helping entrepreneurs push their business, promote them. So I know how
That's beautiful.
it is to have someone on your team, not just to keep you accountable, but to motivate you and encourage,
Yes.
you know.
It's been hard before that, because when I had my band, I only did metal shows.
Okay.
Because a lot of other venues, they didn't have like for a full band. And then I went away. I started working on my first EP officially, and I came back. I did that show, and then I didn't do much. All the options that it seemed like I had was like going to open mics, same open mics I've been doing for years. So Durell definitely opened up a lot of different performance opportunities, because he could see that is what I needed. And I appreciate you, Durell, for that, because it's like, that's what I need, shows. He got me a gig in Atlanta I did in March. Literally, we got lucky because that was like the week before, right before everything got shut down. The week before. So that was beautiful. Even that little and it wasn't even. It was a small venue, but it wasn't a little performance. The artists were amazing. The promoter was amazing. It was a very good experience. So, and I wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for Durell. Because
awesome. I remember the first time I seen you perform. So I just got to say, I got to give a shout out to Fierce Entertainment. Like,
yes,
they are, one of my partners that we love working together. It was during one of their Fashion Weeks events, I believe, and you just like knocked it out. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Great show. I remember just kind of still being able to move even after you got off of the stage. So
thank you.
Great performance. So what music do you really love to sing? What's your area?
My area is really pop rock.
Okay.
But the thing is, I grew up on R&B and rap. So those things pop in from time to time. So
up a little bit, kind of whatever you're vibing, right?
Yeah, whatever I'm feeling. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you on the spot and say, honey, what you feeling? What you vibing today?
Okay, let me do this. I wrote this song. It's not released yet. Okay. It's about it's a ballad. It's about when things are going bad, just let it all happen. You got to go through the storm. It's called Rain. So let's see. I ain't warmed up, so don't judge me. Okay.
I will not judge you, but I'm going to say, right now, share this video, because we're getting a special treat. Special treat, music that has not been released yet. Chaddy Boom about to lay it down for us. And we're not even going to judge, because I'm putting her on.
And this is a first for me. I like on like this. This is interesting. All right, here I go. All right. I pick up the pieces of my broken heart. I knew this was coming. I could see from the start. When I gave this my all, I knew I might get no return. And it happened that way. And I tried and cried and cried, trying to figure this all out. And I'd hide all of my pride, trying to make this thing work out. But they died. All of my attempts, they just died. So I let it rain, let it pour, let it fall on me. Hey, now let it rain, let it pour, let it fall on me. Just flood me with all pain that I can't bear. I can't be strong, please. Now let it rain, let it pour, let it fall on me. Oh, I ain't never sang that song since when I recorded it.
Hey, if you all watching, clap right now, okay?
Thank you.
Give her some hearts, give her some love. We are live.
That's how I'm feeling today with the climate of everything. Just let it all happen. Just let it wash away. Got to go through the storm for things to get better. And yeah.
Perfect song for the perfect moment of what we're going through right now. You know, do you write your own music as well?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm starting to get into production too.
Awesome. So Durell, tell me, with talent like this, you know, with her being able to kind of jump around with different kinds of music, what would be your advice for someone that's similar to her, that's sitting home right now, that just heard her, was like, ooh, if she can do it, I can do it. What's your advice for them?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
I know.
We could be here. We could be here for. Can we do a podcast? Like we need. No. The short answer, honestly, is first and foremost, why do you want to do music, right? So let's get real for a second.
Okay.
Just because you have talent, okay. Let me dispel the myth real quick. Just because you have talent does not mean that you should be in the music business. The music industry, because contrary to popular belief, you do not make it in our industry because you have talent.
Okay.
Talent is, you make it because you have the ability to cultivate what we call relationships. This business is all about people. If you don't like people, you don't know how to build real, genuine relationships, then your talent doesn't really matter. Because the truth is, everybody and their mama can sing. Okay, we're not. That's just
a lot of people sing better than me.
That's just the facts. I mean, there's people in churches right now that sing circles around Beyonce, sing circles around some of your biggest. If it was just about pure talent, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And you need to have a special education. This requires an education to be in the music business, right? Because here's what's changed over the last 15 to 20 years.
Okay.
The goal should not be, let me get signed to a record label. A lot of people think if I get signed to a record label, that everything's gonna change and it's gonna be easier now. And actually, it's different because it actually gets harder. Because once you get signed, now you're on a roster full of a whole other bunch of artists that you now have to tell the label why they need to pay attention and put their dollars into you. So you are the company. I tell this all the time. You, the artist, you are the company. You are your first investor. Do not think a manager is gonna come and gonna save your life. You're gonna invest their money. That's not what we do. We do not take our money. We take your resources that you have, and we use our relationships to cultivate the resources that you already have. And it's very expensive to be in the music industry.
Very. You lose a lot of money in the beginning.
It's very, very expensive. So Jennifer, you want to guess how much money you think it costs to? We're not talking about independently. How much money do you think it costs to brick an artist major? I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think?
See, Durell, this is why I'm interviewing you right now. Because I don't have a clue about the music.
I'll tell you this, right? Let's just say you want to go to terrestrial radio. Now, we have here in Orlando, we have 104.5 The Beat.
Okay.
Right? We have 95.3, all those stations.
106.7.
Right? So you would think, oh, cool. Like, why do I get on a radio station? If I get on a radio station, people will hear my music and I'll get fans. It costs on average for us one single for a national campaign, right? Because having your song played on one radio station is really going to do a whole lot for you. You want to have your song being played on a campaign in multiple markets around the country.
Okay.
You're looking at about on the low end, $50,000.
Wow.
On the high end, $150,000 to $250,000 for a single. Not for an album, a single. That's just radio promo. That doesn't include, promotional tours, all the other money you got to put in to invest. So you really got to have somebody that's willing to put some money behind you. Or most of the artists I work with who got no money, they want to be stars. We say, okay, well, there's really no way to fast track this thing. Like money helps, but Most of them don't have money like that, so they got to build it the other way. So what I teach them how to do is let's go find one fan at a time, one by one by one. Because all you need is 1,000 people worldwide, 1,000 people that spend $100 a year, right? Is what? A 6-figure income as an independent creative, no record label. It's doable. Why? Because there's 7 billion people on the planet. If you can't go find 1,000 people to rock with you, it ain't them, it's you. Because trust me, if you want to know what being a rock star feels like, it's not LA, it's not Atlanta. Go to Mumbai, India. And if you want to feel a real rock star feels like, have people rushing the stage to like that. I've seen that with my artists that I work with. That's what a real rock star looks like. That's what it really feels like. So when you go to these other markets across the world, that they don't see America, because America's the toughest market to break through. Okay. We're not the biggest by population wise, but we still control the major music market. So everybody wants to come to America. They tell if you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere, right? So, but we as Americans are like, man, we gotta go. We try to get out of here and go to other places because it's much easier when you go to Europe, when you go to places like, Africa and Asia. Like I distribute music in Korea right now. Korea is the 6th largest market in the world, right? In Korea, they don't do your Spotify, your Tidal, your Apple Music. They have their own platforms over there. So if you don't get on their platform, they're not going to discover you. So that's what I help artists do as well. I help them become global.
Awesome. It is Talent Tuesday, and we're talking with Durell. We're talking with his artist, Chaddy Boom. Listen, if you missed it, make sure you go back and you watch from the beginning by subscribing to my YouTube channel, because Chaddy Boom gave us a little sample of her song. That is perfect for where we are and what we're going through right now. Durell, you do a lot to help promote artists and get them heard globally. So if you're interested, if you're an artist and you're interested in just having a conversation to even see if it's a good fit, what would you suggest them do to reach out to?
So here's the cool thing. I give everybody, no matter who you are, I give everybody 30 minutes free. 30 minutes free. You know why I do that? Because I want to make sure you somebody I want to work with. Because I know that I can deliver on what I can deliver on. I already know that. I'm very confident. I'm confident that once I get you on the phone and you get off the phone, that you're going to want to work with me. But I'm a good person. Let me give you guys an example that just happened earlier today before this call. I had a call with a potential client. She's a Full Sail college student right now. She's in this, and not to put her business out there, but she's going through some things right now, right? And so I told her, I don't even feel comfortable doing my pitch because you don't even know when you're going to sleep tonight. So I don't even feel right trying to sell you, because let's be real, we sell. Jimmy, you're an entrepreneur. We sell. That's what we do. Like at the end of the day, we give value, but we sell. So. But I didn't feel comfortable selling, like trying to pitch it, because I'm like, first of all, if you don't have the right mentality in the mental space, trying to create music is going to be very difficult. Because if you don't know where you're going to sleep tonight, you don't know what you're going to have to eat tonight, if you don't know those things, those are life things. If you don't have those things in order, then how are you supposed to think about creating and branding and all these things like that, right? So I told her, I said, look, take your time. I'm gonna be here, God willing. And when you're ready, call me when you're ready to make that investment into yourself, right? So I'm not gonna put my prices out there because I take everything on. See, I wouldn't normally do that, but I take everything on a case-by-case basis. So some people I do things for depending on, like if it's depending on the situation, I might do something totally different. So that's why I don't put my prices publicly anywhere. Because I like to judge it on the situation based off of, and that way they don't come in there with an expectation. Another thing too is artists want to, because they spend money with me, they want guarantees. Newsflash, this is art. Nobody can guarantee you anything. successful artists bet on themselves.
Ooh,
They
I think
bet.
that's life.
They,
You gotta bet on yourself.
you got to bet on yourself, right? And Jennifer, would you say in business, right, as an entrepreneur, do you believe in the term serendipity, meaning that you can work very, very hard, but certain things just have to fall into place. They just do. You can't. Certain things you just can't plan for. Okay. When I went to Mumbai, India, that wasn't something I planned to do. That was me being prepared and being in the right situation at the right time.
Okay.
That's called serendipity. We all need it. Trust me. We all need it. Trust. We got to be honest with ourselves. We can't. No matter how hard we work, we just can't plan for every great thing to happen. We got to leave room for the magic to take place.
There you go. You got to believe in yourself. It's
have to.
Talent Tuesdays, and we are talking and rocking off for the whole month of June with talented individuals that have an art, that have a craft, that believe in themselves. I'm bringing the steam for the month of June and the summer. If you are watching, definitely a hashtag. Let us know you watching, where you watching from. I want you to support this artist, and if you are an up and coming artist and you want to work with someone that cares, give Durell a call, because like he said, he's going to give you them first 30 minutes for free.
And here's the cool. Can y'all flash this across the screen? I sent y'all the link before, but it's textdurell.com. Go to textdurell.com.
That's awesome.
Right? Textdurell.com. Leave me your phone number there. Send me a text. I will respond to you directly from me. It is so textdurell.com is the URL. Put your number in there. If you're serious, I don't have time for time wasters. If you're serious, shoot me a text. I will respond. Yeah, it's 1 R.
1 R.
2 L's. So text Durell. 1 R, Durell. Because if you do 2 R's, the URL won't come in.
Okay.
So textdurell.com. There we go. Textdurell.com and leave your number there and shoot me a text. And we'll get a conversation going and seeing if I'm the right person to do what I call help you create a framework for success. Okay, there's no two people that get to the top the exact same way. So there's another artist that I work with named Xavier Keys out of Chicago. So Xavier Keys and I've been working together for the last 5.5 years. He's my little brother. And I tell this to him all the time. We've been all over the world together. I believe he's built a real fan base, right? But no two people get to the top the exact same way.
There
so
you go.
You cannot copy somebody. You can take fundamental pieces of their blueprint and apply it to you, but it doesn't mean it's going to exactly happen the way it happened for them for you.
There you go. So believe in yourself. And, I would say to everybody, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an artist, find a mentor, find a consultant, find someone that has cultivated relationships in the areas that you need them to be in to take yourself to the next level, because it is on relationships. We're here today because of a relationship. Right.
And we'll do and look, invest in yourself. Therefore, you coach people. Wouldn't it be a lot wiser for somebody to bring you on in the beginning of their process versus at the end?
There you go. Why go at it alone?
Right.
Me, when I get in my car, I put on a GPS. That's just me. I don't live in the same place. Let me get here fast. Okay. Let me avoid any accidents, any pitfalls. Let me avoid any traffic citation stops along the way. I'm going to yes. That's what Jennifer Yon Agency is for entrepreneurs, for nonprofits.
I see how you do. Yeah, look. I see you working now. Like I see. Let me tell y'all something. I really believe in relationship building. So a couple months ago, she asked me to come and support her cover reveal. Was it February, March, sometime around there?
It was in February.
And I came and we spent the whole day together. Yes. She didn't ask me to. I came there on my own because I wanted to build a relationship.
Yes.
Because that's what's going to be. That's the cultural currency, right? So when you build relationships with people, real genuine relationships, doesn't mean we talk every day. That doesn't mean that, because we don't talk every day. But because of social media, we can kind of keep an eye on each other, see what each other's got going on. Right. But she knew I took the effort, right? And for those of y'all who don't know, I have a disability, so it ain't the easiest thing for me to get around okay, to do what I did. But I did that because I wanted her to know that I don't want anything from you but to spend some time where you get to know you. Because we had seen each other. We seen each other around, and because I've been working with Fierce Entertainment. So let me tell you why, real quick. Let me tell you the reason why I love Fierce Entertainment. Shout out to Rob and Jessica and Star and their whole team. I love Fierce Entertainment because they have a professional, they're very professional, and everything they do is high level. And so they're always looking for talent. So in 2016, I think 2016, I went to one of the mixers they have, right? The monthly mixers they have.
Yes.
And so I went there the very first time. I bought a ticket. Okay, I bought one. And then I built a relationship. I said, look, I got artists who, if you're looking for, I got a lot of artists. So I started bringing artists every single month to the mixers. And they said, and then one day they asked me, well, you want to come do Fashion Week? And so I started bringing artists to Fashion Week. And ever since then, when they call me, they're like, they know I bat 1,000. You know what I mean? So that's really how I started working with Fierce. And I think the first time I saw you, I seen you a couple times before we started talking, like a couple of different events. I'm like, why didn't I know her? You know what I mean?
We pass each other until we allow things to fall in place. You know?
Right.
So they fall in place. I enjoyed the full day you spent with me at my cover reveal. Got to connect. And you know what? We are just going to continue to work because we are cultivating relationships. That's how you grow. That is what Jennifer Yon Agency is all about. So if you have never worked with me or Durell, plug in, okay?
Yeah, textdurell.com, baby. Textdurell.com, and I will respond to you, right? And if you're serious, man, if you're ready to make an investment in yourself, okay. Look, there's no guarantees. All I do, I give you the tools to be successful. What you do with those tools is up to you, right? Same thing with you. You give the tools to be successful, but you can't guarantee nobody anything.
I can't.
So you don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're willing to do versus what they're not willing to do.
Right.
So it will be unethical for you to be like, oh well, I did this, and this for that person. I can do it for you. But if you notice, right, if you go to my website, look at my testimonials on my website, you notice that all the people who've given me testimony, they all kind of say the same thing. Right?
Right.
And I didn't tell them to say that's not a script. They talk from the heart. So clearly I'm doing something right.
There you go.
And they're all saying kind of the same thing about their experience and working with me. Okay.
And that's what it's about. That is how we grow of testimonials. Chaddy Boom, let me ask you a question. If someone is sitting home right now, what advice would you give them to get started, to break into the industry?
The important thing is the mindset behind it. Okay. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want out of it? Are you getting in it because you want to be famous? You know, you want a whole bunch of fans. You want to be known. That's a whole different avenue. You could just do something and be viral. But in terms of the music business, you have to have a deep love and feeling like you can't be away from it. Like I was just on an interview a couple hours ago and they were asking, have I always wanted to do it? Was there ever a time I wanted to quit? And I'm like,
oh yeah, all the
no.
Time.
I'm like, there was never, there's been times, there's always times where it's hard, but it's never been a time where I've been like, I don't know about this ever.
Yes.
Because I haven't had that big yet. And I'm still going with the same amount of enthusiasm. Because I know eventually, I've been Chaddy Boom for 10 years now. So, and I still ain't, different things, life happens in between, and I'm just not meeting Durell. Imagine if I would have gotten in too early, what would have happened? They would have tried to sign me somewhere, who knows? But you got to keep going. And so you got to have the correct mindset. If you get in there because you want fans, because you want people to worship you, that's the wrong mindset because you're going to be leading into it wrong.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Is Talent Tuesdays, Jennifer Yon Agency for the full month of June, I am interviewing talent. We kicked it off with Durell because Durell is a person that if you're in the talent industry, we land the groundwork with him starting off with the month of June. Reach out to him. He is available. He gives you those first 30 minutes to come conversate with you and to see if this is a good fit. Working with a coach in any industry, it must be a good fit. It's not just about, picking up the phone and working with the first person you call. You have to make sure the energy is there. You have to
right.
Very important.
Right. Because if it doesn't flow, we don't want to force it as entrepreneurs. This is why we're entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah. So, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. A lot of people, again, like I said, they have a unrealistic rose-colored glasses viewpoint of what being in the entertainment. And we're not, look, I'm dealing in music, but if you're in film, if you're in dance, if you're in any part of the industry, the principles are all the same, honestly. The medium changes, but, you still have to, it's still going to be a grind. Like nothing about the entertainment industry. Another thing, too, nothing about the entertainment industry is sexy at all. This is all work. All of this is work. This is nothing but work and more work and more work and more work.
So like, watching that, know that this does not come easy. It takes work. But at the end of the day, if you do what you love, which is what I always like to say, it shows.
Yeah.
Passionate about. You do what you love, it shows. You're watching Lifetime Success with Jennifer Yon Agency, Talent Tuesdays for the whole month of June. The websites of both of my special guests are right in the bottom of these feeds. So all I gotta say is everybody knows somebody that wants to be in the entertainment business. Share, tag your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay plugged in. Grab you a GPS, you all, and follow dreams. Okay. Any last words, Durell, before we sign out?
Oh man, just continue. Like, it's funny that we're not funny, but interesting that we're having this conversation now in a space of, uncertainty right now, literally as we speak. But the reason why art is so important, because artists, creative people are the culture reporters. They report us on the culture, right?
I'm working on something now.
And the thing with let's be real for a second. The world loves Black culture. They don't, let's say, love Black people, right? It's not so much, we know all lives matter, but guess what? The only people who are being killed are Black lives.
We say Black lives matter, right? So they can be included in our lives.
Every human being's life matters. That's a given. Of course we understand that, but why are only Black lives being taken away? That's
at a high proportion.
We're not seeing Asian Americans' lives we're not seeing them being persecuted. We're not seeing, so this is why art matters. This is why music matters. This is why film matters, because the storytelling in music, the storytelling in film is what allows people to see things from a viewpoint that they ain't never seen before, right? When John Singleton did Boys in the Hood back in 1991, you never seen that before.
Right.
You didn't see what goes on in the hoods of South Central LA like that.
Yeah.
Depicted on a big screen. White people didn't know what was going on in those communities, but because he created in that film Boys in the Hood a cultural classic like that, God rest his soul, John Singleton. That's why we're able to. That's why that movie to this day, if you watch it, 30-something years, almost 30 years later, right? That movie still resonates today.
Yes.
You know
that's one of my favorites.
Right. So that's why I love what I do, because art matters, music. But here's the key part of it. Know the music. I deal in music. So come to me if you want to learn the business of music, because being in the music business is one thing, but knowing the business of music, totally two different things. So it comes down to education, Go to events, go to conferences, build your network, right? That's another. I'm leaving a lot of gems right now. Go to conferences, build your network up, because people don't just going to people's DMs is cool, but go to events, meet business people. Right? If you're an artist, get on LinkedIn. Start meeting people behind the scenes. You guys care so much about celebrities. They do flash. They can't do much for y'all. They ain't doing anything because they're not the ones that hold the keys. Go to the corporate people. Go to the people behind the scenes that you don't know who their names are. Those who you need to know.
You gave us so much tips, so much advice. Thank you both for being a part.
Thank you.
Talent Tuesdays. We can rock out for another whole hour. Thank you both for being my very special guest, kicking off.
Thank you.
Yes, Chaddy Boom. Hey, I'm looking for your CD, okay? I need to be able to boom you in my car.
It's available right now. It's on all streaming platforms. Popish Rocket is out.
That's my pop rock one.
And then she has a song called, what's it called? Wrong Chick. And then we're going to release a single coming soon called Hello. That's coming soon. That's
Wrong Chick is more urban sound.
So want to stay connected, click their websites. It's in the link. Share this video. Both of them is on social media. As I close out, go ahead, Chaddy Boom, shoot us your IG, and Durell, I'm going to do that same thing. And we're going to say bye.
Okay. All right. Mine is Chaddy Boom. Boom 16 CHADDYBOOM 16.
Okay.
And my Instagram is Durell Peart. It's real simple. Durell Peart on Instagram, and y'all can find me. Shoot me a DM. I will respond back to you.
Me too.
I'm only looking for people who are serious, honestly. And look, don't reach out to people. Look, can I say this one more last thing?
Yes.
Don't reach out to somebody unless you know you're ready to go. Like that's the thing too. Like a lot of these artists, all they want to get free information. But you know why I give out free information all the time? Then you follow me on my social media. I give out information every day for free. I release blog articles I didn't do it today because of the Blackout Tuesday, but tomorrow my article will be up. I do write blog articles every Tuesday. I release a new article. Like get that information out for free because why? Because most people aren't going to execute what I say to do anyway. So this is why it's not going to affect me at all, because what you pay me for is the execution of what you need to get done and who I know, right? So be ready. If you're going to reach out to somebody like myself, somebody like Jennifer Yon, I'm sure she's with him, don't waste our time. But you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like you don't got time to waste. So reach out to me if you're serious, right? I give the 30-minute call because best believe when you get off that call after 30 minutes, you're gonna want to work. I already know that. So be ready to go. Be ready to take your stuff seriously to the next level. And because by the time you get to me on the phone with me, you've already seen my website. You've already seen my information. So then, and another thing too, after my call, right, we do a 30-minute call. Right, we do. I give you 2 days to think about everything. 2 days, I'm following up with you. It's either yes or no. You don't need to go back and forth, right? It's either yes or it's no. If it's no, I totally understand. So don't, so be ready to go. Be ready when you reach out to people like myself. Don't waste our time. Be ready to go, and let's make it happen.
So with that said, serious inquiries only. Watch Talent Tuesday. Thank you both for being my special guest.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are so welcome. I'm going to sign out now, you all, but I will be back. I will be back tomorrow because I got a full lineup. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jennifer Yon-IBS Success Magazine, and follow both of my special guests that was here today. Hey, we're going to wave at the same time, y'all. Let's say goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.